Jacqueline and Aaron, tomorrow from 11 to 3 p.m. you can take part in a recycling drive to help support Brandon and Stevie's daughter. Shan's Cans in Shenandoah, Iowa is hosting the drive here at Russ's Market off South Locust Street in Glenwood. Money collected will go into a bank account that directly supports their daughter. Shan's Cans co-owner Amy Alexander tells me when her family heard about Wednesday's tragedy, her daughter Destiny wanted to help as much as she could. Destiny grew up here in Glenwood and called Wednesday's killings a tragedy. So she got in contact with Russ's and helped coordinate this collection effort. Destiny's stepmom was a colleague of Stevie's and had nothing but good things to say about her, adding that her home was said to be a loving one. Destiny has 2 kids herself and knows the community is always willing to lend a hand.
I could never put myself in their shoes. It's a tragic situation, and all I want to do is just help in any way I can.
They are collecting cans, bottles, and glass that have the 5-cent redemption sticker on it. Shan's Cans location in Shenandoah is also collecting donations that will go directly to that bank account I mentioned. The generosity does not stop there. This location here at Russ's is also helping out with donations. Now through August 17th, customers again at this location can round up their purchases, and the money collected there will go into that same account. It's just one of the many ways that this community is putting their arms around this little girl. Reporting in Glenwood, I'm Philip Kitafamo, First Alert 6.